Hey guys, this is Lori again, coming back at you with just a follow-up. That video was getting a little bit too long, so I just wanted to come up and tell you just a couple more things. Number one, when you're doing an event like an expo or a party, be excited about what you're doing. It may have been the worst day that you've ever had in your life, but put that face on and let people know that you're excited about what you're doing so they can feel that energy from you. They're excited about trying the wrap as well, and so you just want to meet that and match that energy. A couple of things just in closing the deals. Don't overtalk, and sometimes when we overtalk or try to oversell a product, it does just the opposite and we shoot ourselves in the foot. So make sure when you're putting the wrap on people that you're not throwing up all over them and telling them all this stuff that they didn't ask for. So imagine this, if you start telling them more than what they're asking for, they're just going to become they're going to question more and ask you more questions, and then you're going to be put in a position where you're not going to know how to answer those. So just be very simple and tell them it tightens, tones, and firms. Put it on. They're going to see results in as little as 45 minutes. Confidence is very important as well. If you don't know all the answers to the questions, that's absolutely fine. They shouldn't expect you to, and they certainly don't expect you to know all the answers to the question. So if you don't know the answer, just say, I'm not real sure, but I do know that the wrap works. Let's put it on you. Tell them what to expect. This is very, very, very important. So if you're going to wrap somebody and they expect that they're going to see measurable results in 45 minutes, and then all of a sudden they bloated and you didn't tell them that, then that could be a potential problem. And so what you need to do in that presentation room is to make sure that when you are educating them or answering their questions about the wrap, that you tell them there are 3 things that can occur. The first thing that can occur within that first wrap experience is you can see skin repair. That happens to everybody. Skin repair, most and foremost. So the first thing is skin repair. The second thing that can happen is you're going to see measurable loss. And so in 45 minutes, you're going to see measurable tape measure loss within that 45-minute experience. And 90% of people see that measurable loss. The third thing that can happen is considered a toxic bloat. And that sounds a lot worse than it is, but a toxic bloat just means that your body is not ready to push all those toxins out yet. And so just to make sure that that person hydrates themselves. Typically the person that bloats or has that toxic bloat is someone that drinks a lot of caffeine or a lot of soda, or they eat a lot of high convenience foods. And folks, that was me. I went into the wrap experience very dehydrated, and so my body had nowhere to push those toxins out. And so just an encouragement to keep drinking that water, and that they're going to see progressive results for that full 72 hours, and they need to cut everything else but water into their diet. So let them know what to expect, because if they go into the wrap experience expecting measurable loss in the 45 minutes and then was a bloater like I was and I didn't expect it, then they could be very, very disappointed. So you don't want them to go into that wrap experience uneducated. Another thing, when you're closing the deal on a loyal customer or a distributor, don't talk about commitments. Commitments is kind of a scary term. Talk about wholesale. Talk about, as a loyal customer especially, the minimums. There are no minimums as a loyal customer. You just have to make your first order with you tonight, one in November, one in December, and it's their choice if they decide to order in month 4. And if they choose to, great, they'll get free shipping. And if they choose not to, then they can come back on in 3 months and order another product at wholesale price. So once they've completed that 90 days or that 3 months, then they are unlocking wholesale prices for life. So I think that's very important, because you don't want to talk about commitments, and auto shipments is kind of a scary term. So you don't want to overly use those terms. And I think the best thing too to ask people and helping them to make a decision, I've had some people in the wrap room that are very interested in becoming a distributor, and if I wouldn't have poked and prodded and said, hey, what's keeping you from signing tonight, they may have walked out and then 2 weeks later signed up with somebody else. So I've had people in the remeasuring room that have had awesome results, that were going to be a loyal customer, and now they've determined that, gosh, I have such a great success story that I could go share this with people and make some extra income myself. And so when I see those wheels spinning, I usually will say, well, what's keeping you from signing here tonight? And I just be quiet. And I let them answer. And usually 90% of the time they're like, well, nothing. Let's go ahead and get signed up. So just some kind of just quick ways to kind of close the deal, to oversimplify things. Don't go in there and complicate it. Just put a system in place, the 3-step system in place for a party, and just let the system work for you, and have fun with it. That's the most important part.